I did not expect much from KASMUEL MACOURE. I am not surprised of what has happened today. I will also dare say this. I am not expecting much from Morara Kebaso. On what side of the political divide are you on? Are you saying wote lazima waende? Ama are you saying Rigiji must go? Is KASMUEL MACOURE a sellout? Before you tell us, Morara Kebaso, the new darling of the public, alipigwa na viti. And it is said that there are goons that were paid to do what they did. And of course, the different public participations that have happened across the country, particularly in Nyeri, people demonstrated. That was expected because it is the bedrock of the deputy president. To go into it extensively, you are in a public participation today. Yeah. How did it go where you are at?
Really, it was interesting. Things were cool in the morning,
yeah.
But as the day opened, things really changed. As more people came to the hall,
yeah.
A lot of anger would be seen in the masses. People really agitated against these forms that are being filled.
Yeah.
People are asking, this form that you're giving us does not have an option to whether we agree to this misconduct or not. You only can agree and tick on it, and you don't have any other option.
Yeah.
And politicians came, Gathoni wa Mushomba came with Waitito, former governor of Kiambu.
Yeah.
They told people that if at all they want to impeach Gachagua, they are going to parliament. They really said that.
Yeah.
And looking to the anger of the masses that were there, this country could easily disintegrate into chaos if the government and the president do not tread carefully.
Yeah.
And it calls for some maturity even in the running of our politics. In as much as they are angry with the deputy president,
yeah.
The country is bigger than any action they want to do against him. And I really think they should think twice about the impeachment.
Yeah.
If they let him stay, let it be maybe on condition that he changes the things they are angry about. But let's not turn this country into chaos.
Yeah. Let us go to Bomas of Kenya. We start with Morara Kebaso. You know, as a man, when it comes to a fright or flight, first thing that comes to mind is flight. But Morara Kebaso bana anaweka ngumi hata napigana na gonzi wa Nairobi. Alafu wakaanza kumrushia viti. Then of course eventually alitoweka. But what's your view on obviously people are saying that it's goons, but what's your view on that entire altercation?
This country has had a very sad involvement of violence in politics. And it is seen whenever people have a divergent view, most politicians resort to fighting them and using violence against them. Morara was supposed to appear in court today for after being abducted for an offense whose complainant
withdrew and said mimi sikuwa.
I don't know about this. And clearly it's the government that put those charges on him. And the events of today are really sad that members of parliament, particularly one member of parliament from Ruaraka, was shouting that this is hiyo ndio utamu wa Nairobi.
Na hakuna kitu tunaweza fanya.
Na hakuna kitu tunaweza fanya. Violence and you're praising it. It's really
normalizing it.
And it's really a sad day, not for Morara only, but for the nation. Violence has not only been in Bomas. We've seen other places like Nyeri. People are fighting against each other because some have been paid to put across the message of the members of parliament who are themselves not available for the public participation in their own constituencies. It's really unfortunate, and I hope that this is not the path we take, because it could get worse. If you're not careful.
And as this was happening, KASMUEL MACOURE was on stage speaking, and he did not say anything about Morara kurushiwa viti, and he also made the utterances of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua must be impeached. But for those who have been following the movement, he has been agitating for the removal of the president and the deputy president and the entire political class, because he has been agitating, or the masses have been agitating, that we cannot just cut off the head. We just need the entire thing gone. Your take.
KASMUEL has over time proved that he's the biggest sellout of the movement. this is not the first time. Photos of him meeting
Osoro,
the leader, not just Osoro, but others have been exposed in the media. And today he comes out and says that for tribalism to end in this country, we have to impeach Gachagua. It is the biggest show of double standards in this country. You can't put... I said, and I say now, that tribalism cannot be justified in any level that it is. I agree Gachagua is tribal to some extent.
Not to some extent, to all extents.
To all extents. Gachagua being tribal in his way does not make his boss, the president, tribal. And if there is justifiable evidence to tribalism in this country, it really would fall on William Ruto. He is the person who appoints people to board, to lead parastatals and to chair boards and everything. And clearly that is evidence on paper that this guy has been conducting appointments on a tribal basis. And by KASMUEL now disintegrate, he sounds like one of these now Kenya Kwanza fools, Kina Osoro and everyone. It's really unexpected from him. And now Kenyans on Twitter were saying that we should not trust a man in a three-piece and Batangola. And right now I understand fully. Really unfortunate.
But let me do this. I'm going to look straight into these cameras and I'm going to say these words. I did not expect much from KASMUEL MACOURE. I am not surprised of what has happened today. I will also dare say this. I am not expecting much from Morara Kebaso. This is a wave for the moment. Do I support and agree with what Morara Kebaso is doing? Absolutely. Because there is nobody that is doing it for us. For all those people who are sending Morara Kebaso money and supporting the cause, well and good. Because I understand we need something to give us hope. That I totally agree. But do not put all your eggs into one basket. And many people might ask, then what do we do? Do we just sit back and not do anything about it? I would dare say we cannot be able to sit back and not do anything about it. But I will also look into these cameras and say, whenever you have the opportunity to make a decision, a life-changing decision, make it correctly and properly. Because these people, we are expecting Morara Kebaso to come and agitate for us when it is us who voted for this government. And when they come and they are given money, then we castigate them. I wouldn't castigate KASMUEL MACOURE. Him single-handedly did not vote for this government. He wants his life to change. If they were able to change his life for him, well and good. That's enough for him. So you Kenyan, next time when you stand in front of the ballot, and the most disheartening thing is saying people wakitetea Rigathi Gachagua. That is the most disheartening thing for me. Nobody should be teteared in this particular issue. The stand must be, both of them must go. But sasa tukisikia, sasa mbono natoa Rigathi Gachagua, kwani yeye sio tribal, yeye kama ni tribal, but then isn't Ruto tribal, kama Rigathi Gachagua ameiba 5.2 billion, then Ruto ameiba ngapi? Those should not be the questions. Because when you ask such questions, you're saying, okay, it's okay, let us have both the devils. We cannot have both the devils. So the argument should be, if it's to impeach, let us impeach both of them. If both of them are not going home, then let's just keep both of them up until you have that opportunity to change your mind at the ballot box. I don't know if we'll be able to change our minds at the ballot box, because I guarantee you, if the president and the deputy president was impeached right now, definitely they are not going to run on the same ticket. We might have deputy president run as a president and William Ruto run as a president. And you will see all the tribal gods and everything, they would still vote based on their tribal lines, and they will not vote for quality of leaders. So you all who want to hold and question the morals of Akina KASMUEL MACOURE, and when the time also comes for Morara Kebaso, shame on you, just because you don't know what you do when you are behind closed doors.
I agree with you to the extent that politicians in this country can be trusted. Not really even in this country. Politicians generally are people you can trust. But I see it this way. It's a matter of convenience and relevance. For your political goals or even the country to change, it cannot change now. It changes periodically. And right now, the person who resonates most with the people in the ground is Morara Kebaso. And I don't think Kenyans at the moment care if Morara leaves them, disappoints them at a point. Most of them, I am sure most of them are aware that there's that probability. But the moment
I don't think they are aware. How sustainable is it? How far is he going to be able to take us? Because there has been all examples of things going haywire. 2021, 2022, everybody had hopes in President William Ruto. Where are we right now? And President William Ruto was a part of the establishment. Morara Kebaso isn't a part of anything. So for him to go in there and dismantle and make a huge change, the probability is next to zero. So having that false hope and letting us down at the end of the road, for me really it doesn't resonate, because what I'm looking at, Bonnie, even as KASMUEL is becoming a sellout, there are people and children who lost their lives because of this. So why would you hold our hopes up high and then disappoint us?
It's quite unfortunate. And I say this for people who are giving hope in these days, that for this country to change, and I've told you before, it will not come from a leader.
Yeah.
It is as the people and Kenyans in general who change this country. And giving people political seats and denying them on the basis of punishment. You're denying them votes to punish them. Not really change this country. Because you're just leaving one crook out and
deciding to pick another crook.
And really, up until this country has systems to punish people who done wrong. If you're caught in a corruption case, you can punish you. Means of judicial cases and everything. Being jailed. Up until that time, you're revolving around the same problems. And you mentioned about Gachagua going with Ruto. It really was the rallying call in Kiambu where I was for public participation. People are saying kufa dereva kufa makanga.
Actually it's something that guys were saying in Nairobi as well.
Even most of the people who are kind of in quotes who are teteaing Gachagua, they're not really teteaing Gachagua. They're just saying you're just sacrificing one person for the rot of the whole system that you're part of. So do not sacrifice this guy. Let him remain inside, so that when it comes time for us now to decide to deal with you perpendicularly, it will be both of you and everyone who is part of the system.
As we're winding this edition, I want to ask guys who are watching us right now a very interesting question, and this is a wild take. What if Morara Kebaso is a decoy to show you that there is hope at the end of the tunnel?
I don't think they will beat him up even of the decoy. I don't think they will arrest him on a basic sympathy. I don't.
If the check is too fat, you can go through anything. I said it's a wild take.
He will not ask for money from Kenyans. If he will.
Have you? Do you know humans?
If he will,
a human on a mission.
I don't think he will. If at all anyone is paying him, you could argue Gachagua. But I think it's far-fetched.
It's far-fetched. Do you think it's far-fetched? Tell us in the comment section.